Okay, everybody, it is April 6, 2019 at 5 o'clock p.m. And as you can probably tell, I'm getting ready to do a little bit of lawnmower tinkering. So this right here is a really good example of why I call my channel Poor Redneck World. It's because I cannot afford to get any good equipment that's in real good shape, and it's going to last me years and years and years. Most of the stuff I've got is secondhand, hand-me-down, whatever. So this is my Husqvarna lth1742 hydrostatic lawn tractor, powered by a Kohler engine, which I believe is a 16 or 16 and a half horsepower. I can't remember. I had to look it up one time to see the exact stats of this engine. I just can't recall. This tractor was given to me free. The person that I got it from works for a local used car lot. I've known him for years. And the dealership does that thing where you could bring in pretty much anything that they determine has value as trade. And I don't know what they gave him for this. I can't imagine much, but he gave somebody something for this to go towards trade on a car. When they got it, there was no carburetor on it, no air cleaner housing. There still ain't no top. That housing that's on the carburetor don't even go to this. It's just something that happened to fit this carburetor that come off of some other lawnmower someplace. But there was lots of problems with it. Needed to work to get the deck unfroze and all that. Now the motor runs well. I located a carburetor on Amazon. This carburetor on it is brand new. I've used this carburetor probably for a grand total of 3 hours mowing time in total. And of course I live right next to the highway, so you got to excuse the highway noise. So this carburetor has almost zero use on it, okay? When I used it last, I parked it right where it's sitting, right here in front of my house, and there ain't no air cleaner cover, so I had to put a plastic Walmart bag over the top to keep rain and such out. I'm still trying to find the correct air cleaner housing for this, but here's what brings me to this carburetor, or to this engine again. It's getting time to start having to mow. I've already had a visit. I wasn't here, but somebody from the city already come to my house and left a little love letter on my door saying, hey, you need to start mowing your grass. Granted, here's my grass. This is pretty much the height of how tall it's grown so far. I would not consider this excessive. Yes, it needs to be mowed, I do agree, but this is not excessive. But they're already throwing a fit. So I've got to get this Husqvarna up and running. Here's my problem. And I got to make this video short because it's been a long time since I've done a lot of uploads. I'm still limited on upload time. So anyway, here's my problem. Aside from flat tires, which I'm trying to work on also, but here's the deal. This fuel line, brand new. Put that on last year. Got a fuel cutoff valve here. This fuel line goes, I think it's original to the tractor. I don't think I've ever replaced it. And the fuel tank is just sitting in there. It's not strapped in any way. So I go to the gas station. I get some gas. I fill the tank completely up. Well, I did today, but when I discovered this problem, it was late in the night, and I just wanted to see if the battery was still going to charge, or still had a charge, and see if it was going to start. It needed to be jumped off my car. So I had just enough gas in it to see if it would start and run. Of course, I keep the fuel turned off when I let it sit for any period of time. So I come around here and I turn the fuel on and I started it. And then I noticed a smell of gasoline, and this is what I noticed. So we're going to turn the fuel on. And there we go. This is a brand new carburetor and it's leaking. Turn that back off. And at first I thought it was leaking where the fuel line is connected to it because there's no hose clamp on it, but it's not. It appears to be leaking right around the gasket where the float bowl goes onto the carburetor. Damn it. This is a brand new carburetor. Hardly any use on it. Maybe 3 hours, maybe. And it's already pulling shit. So I've got to take my trusty Stanley toolkit and pull this carburetor back off of here and see what's what. But this is a keen example of why the name of my channel is Poor Redneck World. It's stuff like this that keeps me poor. Because even though this carburetor's brand new now, I probably got to go buy gaskets for it or something, and that's money just to get it up and running. And it could take, based on my last experience and how long it took me to get carb kit parts for this last time, it could take me 2 weeks just to get parts, because the place I go to apparently never has them in stock. So that's 2 weeks more of this grass growing, and they're already calling for rain tonight, tomorrow night, the next day. I think clean through until Tuesday. I think they're calling for rain. And if there's one thing grass likes, it's rain. So yep, always fun screwing around with old lawnmower equipment. But you know what? I don't have any payments on it. I'm not in debt on it. I don't owe $2,000 on a lawnmower. So I'm just going to keep swinging away at it, finding parts. Some way, somewhere, I'll find a good used air cleaner housing, because this is not the correct housing at all for this for this carburetor. Even if I found a lid that would fit that, because of the element inside, it wouldn't fit. So got to get a whole housing, and I'll find parts. I'm going to pull this carburetor back off and see what's the what, and just keep swinging at it, keeping it running. If anybody out there has a Husqvarna lth1742 hydrostatic, powered by a Kohler, approximately 16 or 16.5 horsepower engine that's blown or otherwise wrecked, and you've got the proper air cleaner housing for this that would let go cheap, drop a comment in the comment section. I'd certainly like to get the right one. You know, dirt and rain is the enemy of carburetors all around the world, including this old boy. So, because I can't do no work while filming for time constraint purposes, and just because I can't hold a cell phone and work at the same time, I'm going to cut it here, get to work, and I guess we'll see what we find out. Thanks for watching. Comments welcome. And yeah, I didn't name my channel Poor Redneck World for no reason. I wasn't being flippant about it. There's definitely a reason for my channel name. Thanks for watching.